Sleep with the phone. Is it from Eli? Wait. I died by Eli? You're trolling, Joe. That's crazy. Hey,
All right.
buddy. What's up, buddy?
Watching some.
That's crazy. No way I'll let Eli scare me.
Getting ready for tomorrow night, Friday night Fortnite. I'm gonna get to play with my son. Hopefully sons, but my younger boy doesn't really play Fortnite anymore. So I'm gonna play a little bit of his game too, I hope. Anyway, that's tomorrow. Tonight, we are unboxing the Navage. So CVS is great. Now look at this. I got $1 off my next purchase plus $1.19 rewards. So it's $2.19 off my next purchase. This was $114.99 at CVS. It's $99.99 on Amazon. But CVS, if you join the mailing list, you occasionally get coupons in email. You get 25% off, 30% off, 35% off, even 40% off. I purchased a body shaver, and I forget how much it was, but I used a 40% off coupon. And you just can't use it on something that's going to save you more than $50. So if you do math, 40% times X equals 50. So 50 divided by 0.4, which is 4/10. So it's 50 divided by 0.4 is 50 divided by 4/10, right? So then we got to multiply 10, which is 500. 50 times 10, 500 divided by 4 is 125. So if it's $125 or more, you can't use the 40% coupon. I had a 35% coupon. And so I got this for about $75. So what we'll do is we'll take this into the kitchen. We'll use it. Quick start. Attach the nasal dock. Fill the upper tank with water. Insert a new unused salt pod. Foil side down. Close the lid and do not reopen it. Oh man. Am I not going to be able to use my own salt pods? I got to use their salt pods? These companies, man. Surprise, 10 free salt pods. Box includes 20 salt pods plus an extra 10 free to help get you started. For best results, read the owner's manual and watch the videos at navage.com. But most important, relax and enjoy yourself. Okay, here's the salt pods. Wow. Find out for yourself. Use Navage twice a day for 2 weeks and experience what good nasal hygiene and improved nose breathing can do for you. Oh man. Without the salt pod, it would be a very uncomfortable experience. Really? Okay, twice a day is key. Powered suction pulls saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, out the other nostril, to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. I think I'm gonna actually have to return this, to be honest. But I'll do the product review on it. Wow, extra salt pods. So let's see, I have 20, supposed to do it twice a day. And more? Oh man. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have enough for 2 weeks. Shoot, I don't have the receipt. Dang. I threw out the receipt at CVS. Countertop caddy. Alright. Always use a salt pod. For effectiveness and safety, the power button only works with a new salt pod and the lid clicks shut. Fill the upper tank with water. I'm gonna actually warm up some water. I'm not gonna boil it, of course, but do not put in microwave, dishwasher, or submerge with water. New batteries are pre-installed. Thank goodness. I wonder if I could make my own salt pods with like baking soda or something. Okay, fill the upper tank. Let's see. Okay, that's this. This is the lower tank. Okay. Fill the upper tank with warm water. Okay, so it does say warm water. See page 6 for important information about water. About water. The US FDA advises using filtered, distilled, or previously boiled water for nasal irrigation. Okay, that I do have. I got reverse osmosis water. Place a new salt. Okay, so first thing is we gotta fill this up to the fill line. All right. All you have to do is attach the nasal dock by pressing it into the mechanical nodule. Okay. So maybe this is an extra one? Because the one in the diagram is the white one. Oh, okay. So let's see. I think I want to go in through my right because that's the one that's open more. And out through my left. All right. I'm just gonna pour a little of this water or dip my finger in it. Ooh, that's a little hot. Thing heats up quick, huh? I'm gonna put a little more water in to cool it down out of my RO system. Yeah, that's pretty warm. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. Okay. Put wine. I'm gonna open the salt pods. Place a new salt pod capsule in the crushing chamber. Foil side down. Close the lid firmly until you hear it click shut, and do not reopen it. All right. Gently shake the device run a little water over the nose pillows to make them easier to slip into your nostrils. Okay, hold on, let me get a little water. Some water on my fingertips. Arrows on the nasal dock indicate the direction of flow. So it's gonna come in through my right nostril and gonna come out through the left. Locate the power button. Exploded view on page 8. Power button. Okay, there it is. Firmly push the button all the way in. The pump will start and the drain valve will open, causing saline to flow from the upper tank into one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril into the lower tank. The first 3 times, do this in front of a mirror and over a sink. Don't worry, you'll be a pro in no time. All right. Now, I don't have a mirror, but I do have a sink. Actually, I do have a mirror. Hold on. All right, here goes. My nose is fucked up though. Is this gonna work? Oh God. I don't think it's working because my left nostril is. Wait a second.
I gotta keep it pressed in. Oh God. Wow. The pressure's building up in my nose. Oh. Wow. That's crazy. Feels like my nose is gonna explode. Not sure I like this thing. Can't really tell if it's working either. Sheesh. Oh God. It's coming out of my throat. Oh God. I don't know about this thing, guys. I think it's empty. Wow.
Really? Nothing came out. Look at this thing. It's like completely clear. I probably shouldn't blow my nose, right? Because that inflames the tissue. Ow! The tip of my nose hurts like I just got punched. I still can't breathe out of the left side of my nose. Oh. Man, I'm getting my money back. Shit. Should have saved the receipt. I don't know. Am I supposed to feel something on the first time? It said do it for 2 weeks. That might be a good investment for somebody. I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna see if I can return this tomorrow, to be honest. Let me see if I can open this up and drain it. Arrow indicating direction of flow. You know what I'll do? I'll do it again tomorrow, the opposite direction. Twist off the lower tank. Okay. You gotta twist. Yo, that was scary. Empty. Wow. For somebody who doesn't have money, that was a mistake to purchase. All right, tomorrow I'm going to do it this way. Sheesh. $75. For somebody who's broke, that was a mistake. I don't know though. Maybe I'm speaking too soon. I think I actually feel pretty good. My nose feels pretty good. Do I need that? Do I need to spend $75 to breathe like that? I still can't breathe out the left side of my nose. That's not going to change because if you could see, it's caved in over here. So there's no flow. This whole thing is supposed to be over like this. See how my nose is crooked? So that's that. The Navage. I'm gonna give it a positive review, 6 out of 10, maybe 7. I think that might be good for people. For me, I think it's okay. Maybe I'll save it in case my son needs it. Yeah, I'll bring it to my parents' house. My sons are gonna be there on Saturday. All right, so just a little bit about me. I have schizophreniform. I was diagnosed with schizophreniform. Brought upon by trauma, brain trauma from Ultimate Fighting, and as a result of that, the trauma of losing my family, getting divorced, and losing custody of my kids. That kind of sent me off the deep end. And so I hallucinate a lot. I think like when people are talking, they're talking about me. And I have this thing with the number 13. I believe that my parents are in the Illuminati. Not necessarily Illuminati, that's just like a word that I'm using. But like there's 2 stars at my house. At my parents' house. 5-pointed stars. And that's for each of them, my father being a Mason and my mother being the female version, Order of the Eastern Star. And I have this theory that, I was conceived at a certain time in a ceremony to be to have a destiny. And I really don't have any other evidence for that except for my own, delusions. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this building that I'm in now, owned by my father, is number 13. And also the house that I was raised in, the house where he lives, is also number 13. So I just have this thing with the number 13. That's why I'm bringing this whole crazy conspiracy up. Saturday is the 13th, and maybe you've been following along in my journey of fasting, cleansing, and fasting. I have a specialty certification as a chef, and that certification is also involved in healing, natural healing, and particularly a certain type of cleanse, which I did on stream on Sunday. It's an olive oil and lemon liver flush. And I'm going to do it again this Sunday, except instead of eating afterwards, I'm only going to have this omega tea, which is a black powder. It's got activated charcoal, it's got clay, it's got scrub brush, I think it's called scrub brush, which might be horse chestnut, I'm not sure. And so my goal has been to do water fasting for at least 7 days, possibly up to 21 days. And the reason is because I have leaky gut, and I want to get rid of this last little bit of abdominal fat, which is from inflammation. And I believe the only way that I'm going to get rid of this inflammation is by resting the intestine. And so I've been doing what I can to do fasting, and lately I've been having tea and honey instead of eating. I haven't eaten today. Yesterday I did eat, and I'm going to eat a salad now. I'm going to eat the same salad tomorrow at 3 p.m. And then Saturday, all I'm going to do is lemonade with honey and baking soda. And then Sunday I'm going to do this flush and then the omega tea, and then just water and tea, no honey. And probably not even coffee, just tea and my herbs. So I am going to have tribulus. I use this for training. I am going to have yohimbe. I use that for training also. Yohimbe is a stimulant, and tribulus is a hormone booster, testosterone booster. So I use those for training. And I'm not going to have any calories, though. I'm not going to have any honey. And I'm going to do that for probably at least 7 days. So, I've been transitioning. I went from cooked food to life food certified. I went from cooked food to dehydrated food to raw to uncooked food. And like, for example, I had figs yesterday, so that's dehydrated. The day before that, I had soup, which was not boiled, but the vegetables in it were cooked. Now that I'm doing uncooked, the transition is eating late at night to eating in the middle of the day tomorrow, which is a more natural time to eat, 3 p.m. And that's going to be my last meal. It's going to be the same meal as what I'm making now, so I won't stream that, but I'll show you what I make. It's basically my go-to salad. And I learned it from Dr. Jubb. I learned it from Jubb David. He wishes to be called Jubb David from now on. I learned it from Jubb David, aka Happy Face. He's my teacher. He taught me, about life food, and it's a pear, walnut, arugula salad. Except instead of doing walnut, I'm doing dino cheese. dino cheese sauce. So this recipe's my go-to because it's a Life Food certified recipe. It comes from Jub David, and also it has my recipe, which he basically taught me how to use pumpkin seeds to help heal my brain after ultimate fighting. Pumpkin seeds have amazing fat content, and when you soak them, when they're soaked, it activates them, and all the nutrients become more bioavailable, and all the anti-nutrients are less. So things like, if you follow Dr. Gundry, he talks about lectins. When you soak your seeds, the lectins are reduced or eliminated or whatever. So anyway, it's a pear walnut arugula salad. Pear walnut arugula salad with no walnut. So we got arugula. We got, this one is what, $3.35. This one is $3.65. So we're gonna use the big one because we're reducing starting tomorrow, right? We got $3.65 worth of arugula there. And which one of these red onions is bigger? It looks like this one, maybe this one. And then we'll take 2 big pears. I think I'm gonna blow my nose from that Navage. Hold on. All up in my sinuses. Wow, look at all that. Wash my hands. Alright. Alright, so pretty easy. It's a lot of arugula, and I really like arugula. It's recommended to me as one of the best greens. So pretty easy, just wow. Sheesh, that is a lot. Oh my god. This is too much for one person. But it's fine for a dinosaur, which is me. Somebody's watching this and going, "Here, piggy, piggy." Okay. All right, let's see how thin I can make these. You gotta make the claw so I don't cut myself again. Cut my thumb the other night. I think doing this very thing. I didn't cut it just now, but I pressed on the cut. If you could see. Londos, what are you doing? Stop the dripping faucet. No, that's the drainage. That's the drain line for my filter. So what happens is, I guess because the pressure is different from the main line coming in the house to the tank, the while that's filling up, whatever is the waste comes out of here. That's called the waste line or the drain line. So whenever I use this, water comes out of the tank and then it fills up again. So it eventually stops. But this is my RO system. And last time I checked, I was getting 2 parts per million. Two parts per million. I'll show you since we got time. I'll put a little water in this cup here, okay? And now we got this TDS meter, which means total dissolved solids. And it measures in ppm, so parts per million. Okay, out of the RO water, 3. Three parts per million. It's pretty good. Now the wastewater, which is essentially the tap water, but I'll fill up the tap water, right? Tap water, you ready for this? Wow, 101. Sheesh. So it's like 100 times more material, chemicals, whatever's in your water. Isn't that crazy? So that's my RO system. Shout out to Tommy T. Rain. He gave it to me. And I recently reinstalled it. I had it in the first floor when I was down there. And then when I moved, I disconnected it. And I got a little lazy. And I was buying bottled water. And then finally I just said, you know what? Let's get it going again. Also recently got a shower filter for the water coming out of my shower. So I'm pretty happy about that. I think I feel softer skin, to be honest. That's a lot of onion. Softer head, yeah, I wish. Okay. Ooh, spicy. Would you believe the 30 seconds of Elvis that I played last night on YouTube to try to, on my phone, to try to just hear the melody? They freaking gave me a copyright warning for that. Anytime I have a little bit of a song, they freaking demonetize the video, meaning it doesn't count towards my overall view hours. How terrible. These freaking guys doing everything they can to not to keep me from monetizing. That's what I was saying today, Lundos. Maybe I just don't got what it takes for YouTube, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a freak. I'm a misfit. I'm a monster. I'm a creature. I should be locked in an attic and chained, fed fish heads. And howl at the moon through a window. Okay. Blow my nose here because stuff is coming out. Alright, see what kind of trash gosh, Londos is talking. Make a salad with, oh God. Get some new material, Londos. Yeah, we get it. I'm vegan and you're not. Ha ha. Make a joke about it. Get some new material, bro. This is a salad more for going through the motions. I'm eating this so I don't eat something that's gonna be too hard to digest, like too much protein, too much fat. I think I'm allergic to avocados. I had 3 avocados yesterday and my legs broke out bad in pimples today. It was either the avocados or the walnuts. And they both have allergies if you look them up. People are allergic to avocados and people are allergic to walnuts and other tree nuts. So that combined with my leaky gut, I chose this recipe because of a couple of reasons. One, it's got my dino cheese sauce. And I always try to start a fast with my last meal being a Master Lukey recipe. I look at it as good luck, some kind of superstition. It's like the law of attraction. I want my brand to be successful, and so by fasting, I'm dedicating myself and I'm putting that energy to the brand. This stuff works just fine. What stuff are you talking about? Oh, your material? Okay. Got you. You cracking up over there? You cracking yourself up there, Londos? Alright, good for you. I'm glad to be a positive influence in your life. Source of positive energy. I hope it intrigued you about talking about ritual suicide yesterday. I have a weird belief that death in the modern day is sales. Like the skull and crossbones being the symbol of pirates, and the metaphor of piracy in like commerce. So it's like when I think of death and when I talk about killing myself, what I'm actually talking about is business. And, you know, not necessarily selling out, but, you know, selling, what's the word? Not selling out to somebody else, but like selling, you know, doing something that maybe isn't, you wouldn't think it's good for me, but it's for business. So when I talk about ritual suicide, what I'm actually saying is that I'm giving myself to what I set out to do. And I don't care what happens, as long as I try. Because, like I was saying yesterday, the path of destruction that I left in my own family and the harm that I caused my own kids, I just can't live. I can't live knowing that I did that. I can't live with myself. This is aloe. Had some leftover aloe. So, what did I say yesterday? I dug myself into such a hole that I can't get out. And maybe I could get out if I was a better person, but I'm stubborn and I'm a dumbass. So my solution, or my course of action, because it's not going to work out, I'm just going to be even more of a train wreck. My course of action is to dig even deeper. Just to go further into the delusion, thinking that I'm going to make something of Master Lukey Brand. And so right now what that looks like is writing a martial arts instructional book and going on a book tour / seminar tour up the East Coast from here to Massachusetts and maybe further. But I definitely want to connect with that guy, Nowitzki. Nowicki. I forgot his name. I don't remember his name. I am the only friend you have. You are? You sure like saying that, though. I'm not saying it's true or not. You sure do like saying that, though. All right, next we got some sea moss. Shoot for a half cup if I can eyeball it correctly. There we go. Okay. And let's see. This is mustard powder. Organic mustard powder. Apple cider vinegar. We got garlic in there already. All right, some other spices besides the salt here. Got some Celtic, sun-dried sea salt. Go at about a 2 teaspoons. This is habanero powder. Whoa. Okay. What else? Cloves. Ginger. Turmeric. Okay. Half teaspoon of baking soda. All right, and over here, I got some honey, and gonna melt that with some water, some warm water, and we're gonna put that to make it a hot honey mustard. See the crystals on the bottom. Baking soda and vinegar. Yeah, it'll fluff up the dressing, I think. Okay. Alright, and the last thing, I probably don't need it in there, but I'm going to put it in anyway. This is a little bit of tahini. Oh yeah. Dude. That's dangerous. That Navage, I tell you, cleaning me out. Maybe it was good. Okay. So the Vitamix is on the fritz. I got to keep it on low. But it's a liquid recipe, so it's okay. I don't really need to push the stuff down too much. You hear it, right? It's not supposed to go wow, 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 wow. It's supposed to be smooth. Yo, that habanero though. Sheesh. Got a kick. Okay, I'm gonna save half of this for tomorrow. It's actually more than half, but put this down here. Okay. All right, let's put a little more from here. Save the rest for tomorrow. Okay. I just hate leaving dishes in the sink. I'm not going to do everything. Actually, I am. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Doing a quick wash over here. The water's hot. Everything's liquid. It's not going to take a while to wash. Even the blender. A quick scrub. Now I'm just rinsing the soap bubbles out. And we are done. Gotta try to remember to put the garbage out tonight. Okay. Some paper towels. A fork. Let's go in the computer room. Okay. Alright, let's see here. This. 3 viewers, Londos. You're not the only one. You and 2 other maniacs. Okay. Let's see. All right, now, see what we got here. Where are we gonna start from? I'm days behind. I'm literally days behind on the news. Where should I start though? I'm gonna put an auto reader to read for me so I can eat and listen. This is a giant salad. No wonder I get gas. I'm literally overfed.
YouTube will promote first aid videos in response to searches for heart attacks, seizures. Source, CNN. With any luck, most people will never find themselves in a situation calling for CPR, the Heimlich maneuver or urgent treatment of a snake bite. But if it happens, YouTube will now provide quick access to step-by-step first aid videos made by hospitals and trustworthy health organizations. On Wednesday, YouTube said the short instructional videos will be pinned at the top of common search results for acute health emergencies including bleeding, choking, heart attacks, seizures and opioid overdoses. The new feature, known as First Aid Information Shelves, is intended to arm users with critical life-saving knowledge shared by Mass General Brigham, the Mexican Red Cross and the American Heart Association, the three health organizations that created the videos YouTube is promoting. For example, in a video YouTube is promoting in searches for choking, a Mass General Brigham doctor walks viewers through when to perform the Heimlich maneuver and the correct hand placement for delivering abdominal thrusts. YouTube also partnered with the American Heart Association on a free CPR course that begins with a video featuring professional football player David Hamlin, whose on-field cardiac emergency last year stunned onlookers and drove renewed interest in CPR, according to the Heart Health Group. YouTube's move to elevate credible and actionable health information could make it a more reliable tool in a medical emergency and limit the spread of health misinformation. While the platform had previously provided health videos from authoritative sources in response to searches for acute conditions, the company said, this will be the first time YouTube has prioritized videos featuring advice that can be put to immediate use. Today's announcement is a significant step forward to increase access to authoritative resources on first aid care, especially for those without medical training at times when they may need it most, YouTube said in a blog post. Many of the videos are available in English and Spanish, YouTube said, and support for other languages will be added in the future. See full web article.
Well, whew. I'm sweating. The combination of the onion, the red onion, which is spicy, the habanero, very spicy, and the Navage, which I think irritated my nasal passages. Not irritated like friction, but just like worked them out. My left nostril especially, or not nostril, sinus cavity. Whew. This is a good salad though. A hot honey mustard dressing. The Mason has a lot to say, yeah. He likes to pretend he's a pro wrestler. And by trolling me, he's like cutting a promo. He calls me during the day. He goes, "Oh, I'm going to give you shit tonight. It's good for the show." That, and he's a cranky old man, which I can relate to. So, a couple of things about this article. What's up, Sammy, by the way? You getting cranky too? I try. Whew. Definitely health related. I'll tell you that. The healthier you are, like a kid, good mood no matter what. So, a couple things about this article. It's good news that YouTube is not going away. I kind of have banked my whole plan on monetizing my YouTube channel. As long as it's taking and as not popular as my channel is. I really have put a lot of investment into streaming trying to stream every day. Now I'm trying to do shorts and uploading videos besides the stream. So I'm glad that YouTube is still like a thing and doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Matter of fact, looks like it's the spot, the place to be. So that's good. It's good that they're trying to be a source of health information, although, of course, it's mainstream health information, so you're not going to get natural healing. So, I don't know, maybe my time is limited on here. I recently got a video taken down because I went against World Health Organization recommendations as far as vaccines. And then this this sentence in particular. YouTube's move to elevate credible and actionable health information could make it a more reliable tool in a medical emergency and limit the spread of health misinformation. So maybe I can't talk about vaccines anymore. Or 5G. And I just got to stick to, what, vegans? Vegan recipes? and promoting Life Food Certified. All right.
Nearly 1 in 10 teens worldwide have used ineffective and potentially harmful weight loss products, study estimates. Source, CNN. Adolescents worldwide, especially girls, have used non-prescribed drugs, dietary supplements, and other
damn.
weight loss products at a high level, according to a new analysis. Based on a review of dozens of studies over the past 4 decades, researchers estimate that about 9% of adolescents in the general population have used over-the-counter weight loss products in their lifetime, about half of whom had used them in the past month. Diet pills were the most common products, used by about 6% of adolescents in their lifetime, followed by about 4% who used laxatives and 2% who used diuretics. These products are risky to both the physical and mental health of children, and they're not medically recommended for healthy weight maintenance. Previous research has linked the use of non-prescribed weight loss products to eating disorders, low self-esteem, depression and substance abuse in teens. They have also been associated with poor nutritional intake in adolescence and unhealthy weight gain in adulthood. Dr. Paula Cody, Medical Director of Adolescent Medicine at the University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health, warned about the dangers of diet pills and supplements more than 6 years ago after hearing enough patients ask about supplements to lose weight or gain muscle, and the issue has only grown. The incidence of eating disorders has increased pretty dramatically after the pandemic. We've seen the numbers skyrocket, she said. So I do think that the concern I had before, which was not a small matter then, I'm even more concerned now. One study from 2022 found that hospital admissions for eating disorders among children in the US grew 10 times faster in the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic than in the years prior, and other studies have shown an increase in emergency department visits, too. The new study analyzed the use of diet pills and other weight loss products in more countries than just the US, but prevalence was most common in North America. When Cody is working with patients who have an eating disorder, she said she'll sometimes see dramatic changes to their heart rate, blood pressure, or sleeping patterns. It can be pretty significant, she said. And you're trying to figure out, what is the cause of this? And the only change has been that they started a diet pill that contains caffeine. Some patients are able to stop taking the pills when they understand the negative health consequences they're causing, she said. But for others, the eating disorder convinces them that their health is less important than the number they see on the scale. In a population who feel like they will do whatever it takes to lose weight, diet pills can be a very, very intriguing thing to add to the arsenal, Cody said. Childhood obesity is increasing worldwide. About 39 million children were obese in 2022, according to the World Health Organization. In the US, childhood obesity is a serious problem, according to the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, affecting nearly 1 in 5 children ages 2 to 17.
Wow.
But weight loss programs within the formal healthcare system are built to protect against some of the risks. That doesn't happen when teens turn to diet pills or other non-prescribed weight loss products, experts say. When patients are in that space where they're feeling a bit more desperate to achieve weight loss, and they're doing things unguided, indirect, and opting towards less healthy choices, that certainly can lead to more problematic mental health behaviors or eating behaviors, said Dr. Sarah Ross, a pediatrician with the University of Minnesota Center for Pediatric Obesity Medicine. The new clinical practice guidelines, from the American Academy of Pediatrics, do mention that a structured program, like our clinic, where you are meeting with healthcare providers and dietitians and you're getting a lot of guidance, is actually going to be protective against that. There are no formal standards for how pediatric weight management clinics work, Roz said, but patients in her clinic have appointments every couple of weeks or months. Mental health screenings happen at each visit, and a team of mental health professionals are available. Patients and their families occasionally do ask Roz about advertisements they saw for a supplement to aid in weight loss, things like apple cider vinegar gummies, she said, and she actively discourages it. I explain that it's not regulated, the benefits are not evidence-based, it's just not the way we would recommend going about treatment, she said. Still, the researchers of the new study write that it's alarming how easy it is to access them, and interventions are urgently required to prevent and regulate the use of weight loss products in this population. See full web article.
Wow. They had to trash talk apple cider vinegar gummies, huh? Whew. My lips on fire. Okay, well, I'm of the opinion that eating disorders can be healed naturally. Number one, by changing the menu. I had a girlfriend a couple of years ago, Janine. She was beautiful. She looked like who's the actress that was married to Jason Sudeikis? Olivia Wilde. She looked like this. But with big implants. Big breast implants. The only thing was, and she was great. Great personality. Like fun and goofy. Remember Jenny McCarthy? Remember how Jenny McCarthy was like really hot, but kind of funny too? Like not prissy at all. Just like cool chick. Janine got me my YouTube channel to be over 1,000 viewers. She literally went through her Facebook friends list and told everybody she knew to follow my YouTube channel. She was like cold calling people on Facebook. And she's a hot chick. This is what she looked like. Whoop. She's got to be Jewish. She doesn't look English. Whoa. Why is this so big? Okay, let's see. Early life. Born Olivia Jane Cockburn in New York City. She grew up in the Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, D.C. Oh, Irish. Irish. Irish people are actually Jewish. Oh, and she's Irish citizen too? No wonder I like her so much. I love Irish girls. Why aren't we still together? Okay, I was getting to that. Thank you, AOC. Good to see you, by the way. So, I'm sorry I'm picking out. Here's what happened. Long story short. Whew. So pretty. Long story short, when I was having marital problems in 2011, we got divorced. My wife moved into the house next door, out of our house, but into an apartment in the house next door. I think she wanted to get back together, or at least co-parent, but I was being crazy. I got a girlfriend quick. It was not I wasn't making smart moves. Anyway, life was a mess. I was doing interviews with Job David, and I said, Dr. Job, I'm really having a tough time. He said, all right, I'll tell you what, come out to see me. I'll give you some serious training, executive training, how to be a leader. He actually tried to get me to get back together with my wife. In his way of subcommunication and native healing, he introduced me and we stayed with his students, one of which was a man who had marital problems but stayed together with his wife. Even though the relationship was rocky, Job wanted me to see that this man had stayed with his wife for his kids. Looking back in hindsight, I see, what Dr. Job was doing. Oh, sorry, what Job David was doing. I ended up being gone for 4 months. Because I'm a dumbass. And a little crazy. Stayed with Job's students. Sometimes in a van. Yeah, Job David, it's what he prefers to be called now. This was in Palm Desert, California. I met him in Palm Desert, California. And we stayed with about 4 or 5 different students. We went from Palm Desert to Palm Springs to Las Vegas to Salt Lake City to Boulder to Omaha. From Boulder to Hastings, Nebraska, and then Omaha. And then I, even though my training wasn't complete, he didn't want me to. I came home. Sorry for eating. I abandoned my family for 4 months. My dad to this day still hates me and David for leaving. I know I shouldn't have. I wasn't thinking. I remember David. Now, he's like a genius scientist. He doesn't watch Hollywood movies. But we all sat down at the first place and watched that Will Ferrell movie about the elf. And David was trying to teach me or make me realize things through the videos that we were recording together. If you look on YouTube, I think it's called Jub.tv. Yeah, Jub.tv. Yeah. Okay. So these videos I made with him in 2012, 2013. And one of them, he said, the Christmas movie. He's talking about the Christmas movie. And how Will Ferrell in the movie, he just appeared with no parents. And I'm not paraphrasing it properly, but basically David was trying to get me to realize that I have to raise my own kid. So anyway, I came back and we were fighting. Her and I. her running partner, who I suspected she was cheating on me with, came over to her house. Remember, she was next door to me, with a bag of food. I said, "What's up?" He's like, "Oh, I just got some bagels." We went inside. I said, "Oh shit, bagels, huh?" So I stormed into her place. She's giving bagels and cream cheese to the kids. Keep in mind, I was their primary care provider. Zachy was 5, Max was 3 when all this happened. So for 5 and 3 years, they're 16 months apart. So 5 and 3.5 years, they only ate what I made for them. Then, you know, she wasn't as into the health food as I was. When I met her, she was on McDonald's and sugar-free soda and migraine pills and cholesterol medication. I got her off the meds by going on this health journey together, and that was, it wasn't the beginning of my journey, but it was another step. This is even before I learned about Jub and life food. So I wasn't being a good leader in the marriage. So she the first time was at a kid's birthday party, my cousin, and she gave pizza to my sons, and I was against it, and it was effective, meaning it destabilized their mood. They changed. They sure did change. First time in their life they ever had something that I didn't make for them. Are you out of here, Londos? Alright, later. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Talk to you some other time. Long story short, right? Anyway, I started yelling at her about the bagels and cream cheese, saying she's gonna get cancer. This was after I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at my parents' house. Triggered me. If you think that's bullshit, look up the Twinkie defense. The Twinkie defense. Okay, food does have an effect. And peanuts, especially, are not healthy. So, I ended up with an order of protection and on me. I violated that by making YouTube videos. And the judge threw the book at me because I was cursing at the judge, saying stuff like, you know, about how it was bullshit, an order of protection for yelling. Family court stuff. I ended up with a warrant for contempt of court. And I went on the run because I freaked out. And there was a big thing in the news, local news, because I wasn't too far removed from the UFC, only like a year or two. I ended up in jail for 8 days. I begged my dad. Get me out of jail, do anything. He said, I'll bail you out, but you have to live with me, under lock and key. You're gonna have a curfew, and whatever you do has to be cleared by me. I said, fine, whatever. 6 months. Turns out, there is I don't know if it's considered a fetish, but some women love criminals. They get letters to Charles Manson, thousands of letters, women who want to be with him. This particular woman who contacted me through Twitter, big fan of Ted Kaczynski, loves him. Says he's her dad. She's a little crazy too. I was involved with her for 7 years. From 2014, maybe less than 7 years, maybe 5 years. And I loved her, I really did. She came from Canada. And weird time in my life. I was living in a gym, but I still had my house, although I couldn't pay for it. And when I was in jail, the town boarded it up, and the pipes froze one winter, and they wouldn't let me go back in because I had to fix the pipes. You know, it was against code or whatever. So we would sneak in the house at night and sleep there. I broke into my own house. When you go through experiences with people, you bond with them, right? So I really did love her. Even though my schizo brain thinks she's MK. She's an MK Ultra agent sent, you know, to be with me. Wasn't there under her own accord. She was there from the, you know, Illuminati or the Masons, whatever. Beautiful. She was part Trini and part Native American. Sharp features, beautiful skin, long black hair, model skinny. She was the hottest girlfriend I ever had at that time. And I think my current girlfriend is hotter just because she's more fit. Not like waif skinny, but athletic and fit. And we have better chemistry. So, anyway, this girl that I'm talking about from Canada, we fought a lot. She's a Virgo, I'm a Taurus. Which is supposed to be one of my top 3 matches. Virgo, Pisces, and Scorpio. The top 3 best matches for a Taurus. Supposedly. Anyway, we fought a lot, and I cheated on her. I cheated on her because she would only come down for a couple of weeks at a time and then go back up to Canada. And while she was away, I cheated on her. And I had an affair with this woman, ongoing affair. And she found out, and she went bonkers and stalked and harassed this other woman to the point where the other woman filed charges, and she actually went to jail. My girlfriend, not the woman, my girlfriend from Canada, went to jail for cyberbullying. She was in jail for 6 months. And I started dating somebody else. When she got out of jail, I went up to visit her, and we got back together. But I didn't break it up with the girl here either, because I loved her too. And you're probably saying to yourself, oh, how could you love 2 girls? I don't know. I loved them both. I loved all my girlfriends. And I still do. I can't be with them all, and I ruined it with a bunch of them. But I miss them all. I love them all. Everyone had something about them that I just loved. But anyway, the girl from Canada found out about the one down here, and I'll give her credit. She's smart, even though she's crazy. And I'm dumb, so I'm easy to manipulate. She manipulated me into talking shit about the girl that I was dating here. And she either recorded it and played it for the other girl or whatever, but I ended up breaking up with the girl here, and the girl from Canada, we broke up and got back together a few more times, and I started seeing the girl that I'm seeing now. And the girl I'm seeing now is like a transitional period where me and the Canada girl were breaking up. And girls are weird. Like the girl I'm seeing now, she thought I was attractive because I had a girlfriend. It's called pre-selection. And it's been studied that the number one attractive quality of a man to a woman is pre-selection. More than looks, more than money, more than status. There's a guy named Michael Sartain, internet, celebrity. He calls it evolutionary psychology. Number one attractive quality of a man to a woman is that he has friends that are girls or girlfriends. Anyway, my current girlfriend, she wanted me. And she got me. But it wasn't like we started going out. We started hooking up, is what it was. And Janine, the girl who looks like Olivia Wilde, she came in the picture around then, and I hooked up. Her and I hooked up, and she actually liked me. She liked me like, I don't know if it's because she was at that time in her life, but she wanted to settle down with me. And I knew it wasn't going to happen. Even though she's wifey material, I'm just not that guy. So I thought to myself, oh shit. How can I break this off with her, but not get shot? And this is what Londo said about 5 things ago. You were afraid she was going to shoot you. Janine's a competitive shooter. And I said, oh fuck. She's got those crazy eyes. You know what they say, crazy in the head, crazy in bed, right? And she really was marriage material. Beautiful, sexy, funny, great personality, genuine, The reason why I brought her up, before I forget, the reason why I brought her up, we were talking about eating disorders in that CNN article. She was bulimic, and I told her, she was bulimic for many years, part of support groups and everything. I told her, according to my training, bulimia is healthy because you're not eating right, and so the body's trying to get rid of that stuff. So I said, if you can change your menu, you won't have bulimia anymore. And she didn't. She didn't have bulimia anymore when she was dating me because I was feeding her healthy food. She didn't have to throw up. Long story short, huh? But why are we not together anymore? Because the girl from Canada was still kind of in the picture, coming in and out on the phone though. She stopped coming back. But I still wanted her. Like I said, I love all my girlfriends. I love them all, still. And that's just the way I am, I guess. I wanted her back. Even though she had told me she was with other guys, and I'm not shit, my dick's small, their dick's better, they got money, they take care of her, they don't cheat on her. She's showing me a ring that she had, like a diamond ring. The guy's rich. And I don't know, I still took her calls. And somehow she manipulated me into thinking that we were going to get back together or something, or just being friendly. I forget what the exact situation was, but she found out about Janine and harassed Janine, and what did I say? I did actually break up with Janine. Or tried to. I'm such a pussy. I actually tried to break up with my ex-wife when we were dating, before we got married. But she started crying to me and I took her back. And I think I told myself with Janine I wasn't going to do that. She did start crying. I think what I said was, I'm going to try to get back together with my wife. And so I can't stay with you. But she still wanted to, you know what. But the real reason was that I was starting to fall for my current girlfriend. And that's the real reason, AOC, if you're still there. I see there's one viewer. The real reason I broke up with Olivia Wilde is because I didn't want to cheat on my current girlfriend. And something funny about women, if they think they're your only, I'm speaking for men. If a woman thinks that a man has no other options, she gets turned off. And that was the first time she ghosted me, this current girlfriend. She ghosted me twice, maybe 3 times, depending on who you ask. Because after the first and second time she ghosted me, I stopped caring as much. I still care, it still hurts, but you know, hurts less. And because I went through it, the first time was bad. Because I went through it the first and second time, I know what to expect. I know the progression of getting dumped. But when she figured out that I had broken up with my Canadian girlfriend, she ghosted me. She ghosted me for 6 months. And I went no contact. I did not connect. I did not try to get her back, because I looked it up. I said, oh, fuck. You know, how do you get over an ex, or how do you get your ex back? You know what they said? How do you get your ex back? You know what they said? You can't. You can't get your ex back, and the more you try, the worse chance you actually have. The only way to get your ex back is to move on, become better, and wait, because they will come back. And that happened twice. Once after 6 months, once after 3 months. And it's just, you know, I have to have the attitude, the realization, the belief that I'm the best option. Not for Janine, though. She's got a better man now.
She's got a better man now. Hey-oo. Irish. Love it. So, yeah, gosh. If anybody's watching now in the future and you having any problem with weight loss, I'm your guy. Free consults, no drugs necessary. I'm a member of the American Association of Drugless Practitioners. How long have I been with my current girlfriend? I don't want to say exactly, but it's been years. I don't want to say because I may still have a stalker. Now, I don't want to say that I believe in someone like being the love of your life. I don't believe in that stuff anymore, like destiny. Kismet. But she's been the best that I've ever had. The best physical lover. She's vegan, into fitness. The only thing is she's Aquarius. So we're not a good match. You know, I don't see her a lot. And she says that's a good thing because we won't get sick of each other. Nobody's perfect, I guess. Dude, I've been eating this salad forever. Got a couple more bites left. Do another story here.
Over 200 Ukrainian athletes urge French President Emmanuel Macron to ban Russian and Belarusian athletes from Paris 2024. Source, CNN.
Wow.
Over 200 Ukrainian athletes have signed a letter urging French President Emmanuel Macron to exclude Russian and Belarusian athletes from participating at this year's Olympic and Paralympic Games. Amid the ongoing Ukraine-Russia conflict, the open letter, published on December 29 by Ukraine's Sports Ministry, is also addressed to the mayor of Paris Anne Hidalgo, France's Minister of Sports Amélie Oudéa-Castéra and other organizers of Paris 2024. The growing list, which now numbers 218 Ukrainian athletes, has so far been signed by the likes of Chelsea star Mykhailo Mudryk and Benfica goalkeeper Anatoly Trubin. In July 2024, the XXXIII Olympic Games will begin in Paris. We, Ukrainian athletes, seek your continued support in the fight to uphold Olympic principles and prevent athletes from terrorist states from participating, the letter read. No athlete from these countries has publicly spoken out against the killings, against the genocide of the Ukrainian people during the war. Last year, the International Olympic Committee, IOC, announced Russian and Belarusian athletes who have qualified for Paris 2024 will be eligible to compete as neutral athletes, provided they meet eligibility requirements. The decision applies only to individual athletes and does not include teams from those countries. Athletes who actively support the war, or who are contracted to their country's military services, will also not be eligible to compete. The IOC said that no flag, anthem, colors, or any other...
I'm gonna answer that question. AOC, do you need to leave right now? I know you sometimes gotta go to bed for work, but I'll if not, I'll finish this story and then I'll talk about the Navage. But if you have to go now, let me know, and I'll stop this.
identifications whatsoever of Russia or Belarus will be displayed at the Games. Last year, the International Paralympic Committee, IPC, voted against a full suspension of the two countries' national Paralympic committees, NPC, meaning Russian and Belarusian para-athletes will also be permitted to compete under a neutral flag at next year's Paralympic Games. Neither the Paris 2024 Organizing Committee nor the French government have jurisdiction over who qualifies for the Games. It's important to note that qualification for the Olympic Games Paris 2024, as well as the implementation of strict eligibility conditions for AN's individual neutral athletes falls under the responsibility of the IOC and the international federations.
Alright, forget this story anyway. So, the Navage, if you could see, I'm looking straight, right? You see how my nose is broken this way? I can't breathe out of this side of my nose. Right here, this is supposed to be open, it's caved in. So this side of my nose, I get like maybe 10% air. If that. My sinuses generally are otherwise clear. But I saw on Instagram, let me see if I can find this. What I'll do is, I'll go to my Facebook because the stories I post on Instagram get archived on Facebook. So if I go here, story archive, this is on my Facebook. Alright, and then I go to... where is it? Huh. It's not there. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let's see. Go to Google. Instagram story, nose cleaning, stuff comes out. Yeah, so what happened was, AOC, I've had my nose broken 3 times. And when I stopped fighting, I trusted the doctor at the gym. Her name was Cheryl Wilkin. And she referred me to a friend of hers, Dr. Greenberg. And because I was friends with her, I trusted him, and I didn't do my due diligence and ask what he was going to do. And he did give me a septoplasty. But the reason why my septum was warped is because the nose bone is broken, was broken, and is broken. And the fact that he cut out my septum
it did not straighten my nose and did not improve my breathing, because the septum's not the problem. The problem is the bones of the nose, which would require a rhinoplasty. A rhinoplasty is what I needed. But when I got my second opinion after the fact, the second doctor told me that Greenberg most likely did the septoplasty because that's what he would get paid for, and the rhinoplasty either wasn't his specialty or wasn't. He was gonna have to either refer me to somebody else, or he wouldn't get paid by my insurance. I forgot what the exact reason was. I have all the paperwork. I have the before and after pictures. I know the procedure that he did and why the septum didn't straighten when he cut it, and he had to just cut it out. He tried to cut the septum, it didn't straighten because the problem is up here. This is moving this. This is moving this, and when you tried to cut this, it didn't move because this is still broken. So he just cut it out. He cut out the middle of my septum, and now I have flaccidity on the front and left side of my nose. But anyway, I'm going to try to find this. I'm going to try to find this real quick on Instagram. Let's see. Nose cleaning with water. Let's see. There's a video. Something like this.
Okay.
Good boy.
Last side.
One more. One,
Two,
two, three.
Okay.
Very good.
That's happened to me. It came out my mouth.
Come on. One, two, three.
Okay. We'll wash.
Looks like he's dead. Yeah, when I went back to Greenberg and I told him, you didn't do the right surgery, he goes, oh, nobody's going to notice. That's what he said to me. Fucking guy. There was a video that I saw, which was kind of like what we just watched. But it was kind of like that. Oh. It showed people getting like stuff coming out of their nose, giant boogers, discolored boogers. And it's kind of an impulse buy, I guess. Whoa, some nose jobs. Got lip fillers too. Let's see. What is this? Oh, the wax. I want to do this.
Oh, look at those blackheads. There's more in there. You know, now that I see it, it's not that effective. That's crazy. So is the video you know, not that, but let's see. Let me try this again. Sinus wash. Try sinus wash. Nasal wash one maybe? Nasal spray and wash? Just yeah, something like this.
You want to see something really gross? We're going. Let's do the other side.
But the one I watched, it had like huge boogers coming out. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, neti pot. Xlear is a great product, all natural with xylitol. Oh yeah? What does that do? Does it clean out your nose? Let's try this again. Let's see here. Nasal wash store. Nasal spray and wash. Let's try this one.
Oke, jadi tips irigasi nasal untuk pemula. Jadi untuk pemula itu teriak A, oke, tekniknya teriak A. Oke, baik, kita akan praktekkan ini.
Nasal spray.
Jadi ketika air masuk kita langsung teriak A, oke. Kalian itu pilih.
Let me see. See something here. Can I see my Instagram story archive? Ooh. Maybe I can. Let's see here. Alright, the thing is not working. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Sweating threads. Profile. Alright, okay. Saved, tagged, post, reels. Options.
Works on both iOS and Android devices. You want to open your Facebook mobile app and then click on the menu section in the bottom right corner of the screen. After that, you want to...
No, not Facebook. Instagram. Oh, settings need to be updated. Yeah, I didn't. Alright. Anyway, it was like the nasal wash and It was a video about nasal wash, and I remember one of my students was talking about the Navage. I don't know. I'm gonna try it again tomorrow, and I'm not sure I'm gonna keep it. It was $75, even with the coupon. So that's a lot for me. So I don't know if it's worth it. You know, I am breathing more clear than I was today, earlier. But I don't like that. I'm just thinking out loud. I might not have to use those salt pods. I might be able to rig up my own. So, all right, let's see. I don't know. Do we want to talk about the Olympics? I'm kind of over this whole like Ukraine Russia bullcrap. I mean, yeah, neti pot for cheaper, right? Oh boy.
Prescriptions for ADHD medications jumped by more than 1
This is
million
not
during
good.
the pandemic, study finds.
It's gonna trigger me
Source, CNN.
because my son.
Prescriptions for medications used to treat attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, including stimulants, increased significantly during the COVID-19 pandemic, especially among young adults and women, according to a new study. There were about 5.9 million new prescriptions for stimulants in the first 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, about 700,000 more than in the 2 years before the pandemic started, a 14% spike, according to the study, published Wednesday in the journal JAMA Psychiatry. New prescriptions for other ADHD medications jumped 32% to nearly 1.4 million prescriptions between April 2020 and March 2022, compared with just over 1 million prescriptions between April 2018 and March 2020. Prescriptions for other behavioral health needs, including antidepressants, benzodiazepines, and buprenorphine for opioid use disorder, did not change significantly in that time frame. For this analysis, researchers from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration analyzed data from the IQVIA National Prescription Audit, which captures the vast majority of prescription drug activity nationwide, from retail, mail order, and other providers, and for people who paid cash or were covered by insurance. Prescriptions were considered to be new if a person hadn't received a prescription for the same medication for at least a year. An earlier analysis from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention found that prescription fills for stimulants surged in 2021 after holding relatively steady from 2016 to 2020. Overall, that CDC analysis of private insurance records found that more than 80% of people ages 5 to 64 had filled a prescription for a stimulant in 2021, up from 3.8% in 2020. It also found that the largest annual increases in 2021 were among women in their 20s and 30s. The FDA announced a shortage of Adderall, a common stimulant used to treat ADHD, in October 2022, and a spokesperson for the agency said in February that after a manufacturing delay was resolved, the shortage had become demand-driven. In August, federal agencies called on drug makers to boost manufacturing and on healthcare providers to closely monitor prescribing practices to help ease the shortage. In a joint letter, leaders from the FDA and Drug Enforcement Administration wrote that a surge in prescriptions for stimulant drugs in recent years, coupled with the residual effects of manufacturing delays, are among the many factors contributing to the shortage. See full web article.
Wow. People can't get their Adderall, huh? I gotta be honest with you, AOC. I thought about yesterday. I said, you know, there's so many things I want to do. I want to edit Jub's book. I want to write my own book. I'm in school, you know, to study. I have music I want to make on my phone using GarageBand. There's so many things that I have planned, and like what's actually getting done. I was like, what if I took Adderall? Would I become like a super, you know, one of those limitless pills? Would I just be able to get everything done? Would it be worth it? What would the side effects be? This is what I'm thinking. And then I'm like, oh, maybe there's a natural Adderall with mushrooms, some type of nootropic. Stuff must be good. I mean, shit, everybody wants it. There's a shortage of it, and everybody's trying to get it. I have seen ads though for people who are trying to get who didn't like the long-term effects, and they got off it, and they're like, oh, this is way better. It's like mushroom based or something. Oh, all right, one more.
Plastic chemicals linked to $249 billion in U.S. healthcare costs in 2018 alone, study finds. Source, CNN. By contributing to the development of chronic disease and death, a group of hormone-disruptive plastic chemicals is costing the U.S. healthcare system billions, over $249 billion in 2018 alone, a new study found. The real contribution of this work is helping the public understand how much of the human health threat of endocrine-disrupting chemicals is due to plastics, said lead author Dr. Leonardo Trozand, a professor of pediatrics and population health at NYU Langone Health in New York City. We're talking about cancer. We're talking about brain damage in young children. We're talking about obesity and diabetes, heart disease, and early deaths in adults, Trozand said. Right now, the United States is not considering the costs to its own population of industries which continue to produce and consume plastic in the U.S. While estimates of the health costs of plastics have been done in the past, the new study provides a better understanding of both potential exposure routes but also potential targets for solutions, said researcher Bethany Carney-Almroth, professor of ecotoxicology and environmental science at the University of Gothenburg in Sweden. And since money talks, this could be a powerful tool in helping people, from consumers.
This story is way too long, and you gotta get out of here. And so do I. Decades of research. The 4 chemicals measured in the new study have been widely studied over years and decades, experts say. All are thought to interfere with the body's mechanism for hormone production, known as the endocrine system, and cause damage to developmental, reproductive, immune, and cognitive systems. But of course with side effects. I was just about to look that up. What are the side effects of Adderall? Loss of appetite, weight loss. Oh, that might be good though. Dry mouth, stomach pain. No, I don't want that. Vomiting. Don't want that. Dizziness, headache, diarrhea, fever, nervousness, and trouble sleeping. Okay, I don't need any more nervousness, and I don't need any more trouble sleeping. So maybe I shouldn't. Person with high blood pressure, seizures, heart disease, glaucoma, liver or kidney disease, or an anxiety disorder. Oh man, I definitely have anxiety. That's what my second diagnosis was when I went back after being called schizophreniform. I went in for a second opinion for family court and got anxiety. Does Adderall make you emotionally numb?
Dang. Can affect your ability to connect and relate to others. Emotional detachment. Man, I'm pretty emotional. Maybe that's a good thing. What can I take naturally instead of Adderall?
According to medical advocacy and outreach, natural alternatives to Adderall often include supplements and herbs. Many individuals turn to options like L-theanine, Bacopa monnieri, and Rhodiola rosea due to their potential benefits for cognitive enhancement and reduced stress.
Alright. We got minerals and vitamins, GABA, ginkgo biloba. Okay. Combination supplements. Okay, that's got herbs. Okay. Ginkgo again. Alright. Let me see this Bacopa. Bacopa monnieri. Water hyssop. What? I've seen this around, I think. People take it before the bar exam or some other major exam. Improve inflammation, reduce ADHD, and prevent anxiety and stress. Okay, I'm gonna run to AFC. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to me rant and stuff. I appreciate you. Have a great night. Bacopa monnieri, improving memory, reducing anxiety, and treating epilepsy. Alright, that doesn't say anything about focus and motivation and just being a machine. Let's see on Amazon if they have powder. Amazon, here we go. Oh, okay. They do have it. Bacopa. Powder. What are we looking at here? $20, not bad. Brahmi powder. Wow. I'm gonna keep that open for tomorrow. What's this? Rhodiola rosea. Let's check this one out. Search Google. Another flower. Treat anxiety, fatigue, and depression. Whoa, this is the one for me. The downside? Affect platelet aggregation in higher doses. Okay. Add to the stimulant effects of caffeine. Augment anti-anxiety. Okay, that's not bad. Interferes with some other stuff. Increase energy, stamina, strength, mental capacity, improve athletic performance, resist the effects of stress, help manage depression, anxiety, and other symptoms. Yo, what the? I'm getting this. Copy. Sorry, Bacopa, you ain't getting the call today. Wow. Let's see, how much does this cost? $20. Alright. Nice. Ooh, organic. Let me see. Powder 1 LB period. $30. $4 ounce for $30. Jeez. 50 grams. Alright, I mean, shit. Root slices, ooh. Nice. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do is just check when my shipment. Okay, your orders. Okay. Lion's mane.
Arriving Tuesday, okay. Alright, y'all. I'll be back. You know, sorry the news hasn't been regular this week. Since 2024. Had a little bit of momentum there. What happened? I have to make a comeback. Stay tuned. Over and out.